Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Monday, October the 26th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. The reality of trading. Cold, hard truths. Now, I just want you all to know one thing before we get started. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Cold, hard truths of trading. The reality of trading. Why would I pick this topic all of a sudden? Where's this coming from? Well, as I mentioned, I think in the video the other day, maybe it was last night or Fridays, a trader was asking me about the market structure. Do I have anything for market structure? I guess they're looking for an indicator or something, or maybe a video to explain it. But I replied that you know, that's just a concept. You see, one of the cold hard truths about trading is it's guessing. And you just have to accept it no matter how much research you do or I do or anybody else does. When you put that trade on, you're guessing, you're hoping, you're wishing that it goes in your direction because you don't know 100% that price is going to move in your direction. There is the possibility that price is going to move against you. And for most of us, when we put a trade on, we're already in the hole, either by the spread or by the commission or by a combination of the two. So we're really guessing that it goes in our direction. Now, some of these guesses may be educated. Some of these guesses may have all the statistics in the world backing you up. But on any one particular trade, once again, on any one particular trade, it could go against you. And that's why, as you all know, we have our risk management and we have our stop losses in place. And that's just the reality of trading. And unless you're willing to accept that cold hard truth, you're going to be probably spinning your wheels. You're going to be system hopping. You're going to look at something that you think guarantees you a win every time you click that mouse button to enter a trade. It's not going to happen. It's not. Even with the buy zone, are you going to win every time? No. Sometimes you're gonna trigger in the buy zone and it's gonna drop against you. Now, Walmart and I have been trading the pound, and over the past about 3 weeks, maybe going on 4 weeks now, we've noticed a couple times a week, out of the blue, it'll drop or pop 20 pips. I mean, if you're in that trade and it goes your way, you're all smiles. But if you're in that trade and it's going the other way, you're that frowny face guy or gal or non-binary. What do you call it? Emoji. Do they have non-binary emojis? That's off topic. Anyway, funny thing is that it's not so funny if you're on the wrong side of that trade. If you're down 20 pips in the blink of the eye, chances are, hopefully, you've been stopped out. And then all of a sudden it comes back the other way, and then you're doubly ticked because you're ticked that it went against you, and you're ticked that you got stopped out. Actually, triple because then you're ticked that it came back. So, but that's just part of trading. And as I mentioned to the trader that sent me this, we're having this little email correspondence. I said, basically, if you take today's open and the previous day's high and low, that's pretty much all you need. You trade away from the open, and then you could trade the breakout of the previous day's high or low. I mean, and the thing is, we see that on the charts that I show you. We see that. So let's just start rolling through the charts here. Of course, you have to have your brain management in place. And as I mentioned, these flashes, you got to take the profit before the market takes it back. So, Walmart and I, we were talking about this earlier. And hey, he's had another grandbaby. So, wish him, congratulate him on his new grandbaby, so he's a granddaddy a few times over now. But anyway, we could be in a trade and we could be up 3 or 4 pips and we exit out, and it's like it could go on for another 5, 10 or more. But we usually don't kick ourselves too bad, especially now because we know that thing could flash against us. So it's like you get in, you get it, you get out, and you be happy. You just stack the trades over time. Let's see on these gap fills. Let's see. Yesterday we had a hand fill. We still got 2 left, so hopefully some traders that listened last night have improved their portfolio by a few pips there. And you can see here we take the weekly open, which is the same as the daily open, first day of the week, and we're down 43 pips below. So once again, that would be a nice buy zone trade. Here we just have the opening range. We're putting in the opening range for today, which right now looks about 82 pips. 241 off of the yearly open. We're in that inside bar of the week that occurred 6 weeks ago, right there. In case you want to see what that looks like, there's that weekly inside bar right there. And you see we escaped it once. We escaped it. Actually, this wasn't, it was already, it opened above. But here it crossed above it. Here we crossed below. Possibly it's been crisscrossing here. So who knows, maybe it crisscrossed there too. As I mentioned, 82 pip range, only 4 pairs over 100. But once again, just using the previous day's high and low, you can see here, you could have taken, right now you'd be up 13 pips. You could have taken it for about 26, 27 pips here, possibly. So simple trades. And we mentioned the open. Well, right here at the daily open, you can see there's a buy zone trade here that you might have stopped out on, but then on the sell zone, you have a chance here, a pro opportunity there, a buy zone trigger there, a sell zone trigger there. So once again, you can see over the course of the day, you had trades using the simple horizontal lines at the day's open and the previous day high and low. Rats, red rats have already feasted. You can see right there. It's like the green rats want to feast again. We took out that pivot finally, and we took out the weekly pivot here. And here's the monthly open. Maybe price wants to come back down here. We'll have to wait and see what happens. You can see here it's already hit the S1 on the daily S1 twice. Looks like crisscross there. Looks like it's heading right back down to it. Missed pivots. Once again, we took it out. So the perfect example here, these missed pivot trades. The stats, you can see how often we have a missed pivot. We want all of 2019 and not one pivot has been uncovered. So far we've got 3 in the month of September that haven't been covered. And we had 2 in the month of July. But so far, October, we've taken them all out. And there you can see those missed pivots. And then if you look at the week, we've only had 2 this year so far. And we only had none in 2019 and then 2 in 2018. So these may not get covered this year. We'll just have to wait and see. Wick zone, in and out. You can see it touched the top there and then came right back bottom. Right back down to the bottom, and then in and out and out. And then on the one of our trading templates here for using the scalper Dynamic support resistance with the 3-level ZZ. And you can see how we're just waiting. The range is only 12 pips this hour. Let's see, back here there was a 19 pip followed by a 47 pip explosion. So we've got about 16 minutes left in the hour or so. So if this doesn't move much more, look for another expansion, because price will contract and expand. So when it gets contracted, and you can see here it's between the 10 and the 0, 00 and the 10, you got a lot of action here. So it's going to need to break that range one way or the other. And you can see that here, all that action. And this is just a simple 1 hour chart. Once again, trading, you want to learn how to trade. I was listening to one of those chat with trader, and the guy was talking about, what strategy should a newbie try? I was thinking, well, if he asked me that question, I would direct them to this chart. And you could say, well, look, yeah, you had a loser here. What did I tell you in the beginning of this video? The cold, hard truth. The reality of trading is you're guessing. Okay, and sometimes it's not going to work out. Now, anybody wants to argue about the guessing, so you have to define your terms. If you can't say for certain, then you're guessing. It's that simple. So what's 2 plus 2? It's 4. You are certain. You're 100% certain. You would bet your life, if you would bet the ranch, you'd bet $1 million. You say, okay, if you can answer this question correctly, what is 2 plus 2 equal? You would bet everything because you were certain what the answer is. Now, trading, you're not certain. I don't care what indicators, what supercomputer, unless you are rigging the market. But as a retail trader, you don't know for certain what's going to happen next. Is it going to crack the 00 or is it going to crack the 10 next? What do you think? Well, it looks like it cracked the 00 next, right? But you're not certain. Would you bet your life on it? Probably not. Would you risk $10 on the trade? 20, 100, 1,000? What would you do? You see, that's what trading is. In other words, you're guessing, and you assign a number that you're willing to give up if you're wrong. In other words, okay, it's like betting on a horse. You go up, you put your $50 down, you get the ticket, and either you win or you lose. And that's kind of what you're doing here in trading. Yes, it's not gambling, though, because you see, in gambling, there's a start and a finish of each bet. But in trading, you determine when you want to start and you determine when you want to end. So, in other words, if you have gone short right here and then price went way up here and you just wrote it out and then price came back down here and you could actually take in a profit. It took you what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. But the fact of the matter is, you could have a profit. So see here, you would have bet when that was 00, it was going to go through it. You'd be wrong by about 7 pips right now. But that's trading. And so every time you put a trade on, you have to be of the mindset, I'm taking this guess. I'm guessing it's going this direction. And if I'm wrong, this is what I'm going to lose. And that's it. That's all you can do. So I'm going to talk about skills in an upcoming video with trading, because somebody talked about trading skills. And I think it's going to be another cold, hard truth, reality of trading. So, fellow traders, I hope you enjoyed today's video and got something out of it. Maybe something clicked. You had a little aha moment. But as you're sitting there watching the charts, I just want you to keep one thing in mind. It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if this is your first time here, welcome aboard. Click subscribe, click like, share the video, click the bell to get notifications. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.